Hi guys. Today we are going to be talking about the zone of proximal development. My name is Eliana Rutka,
I'm Sarah Salmon.
I'm JC Salabai.
and yeah, we're going to be running you through what this theory is, and then we're going to be starting our mini teach. Okay, so this is just a little overview about what the zone of proximal development actually means. So, the zone of proximal development is a theory that describes the distance between the actual development level of the learner as determined by independent problem solving and the level of potential development as determined through the problem solving under adult guidance. So basically, the zone of proximal development theory, it comes from somebody named, I'm going to pronounce this incorrectly, but Lev I'll just say V. And it's his theory because about just how there's this gap between what a student can do on their own and then what they can do with a little bit of support. Now the important part about ZPD is that basically it's not underestimating what the student themselves can do or what they can achieve. Instead, it's giving them kind of a little bit of a boost so that they can be extra successful. And that little boost comes from the instruction of the teacher. That's why we have teachers to begin with. So the zone refers to the area between learning a new skill and doing that skill independently. So this can take the form of many different things, but the main one is, of course, instruction from your teachers. And then another important aspect of the zone of proximal development is the aspect of collaborating with your peers. So there's a gap between when you are introduced to the content and then you have that time to work on it on your own and you can solve your own problems, like practice problems, or you can practice writing stuff down. And in that time, you have to kind of learn something and interact with the material. A great way to do that is by communicating and working with others. And of course, that can be with your teacher, but another great way is with your peers. So when the zone of proximal development is applied, students are able to implement teamwork and bounce ideas off each other in order to problem solve. And then, of course, a little support can make a huge difference to a student and allow them to do incredible things. So just because, your teacher is guiding you, of course, that doesn't mean the student is not capable, but that little bit of support and learning from somebody who understands the material better than you is a great way to really solidify your knowledge of the content. So these are just some practical examples of activities that are considered to be utilizing the zone of proximal development. So the first one is guided practice and or modeling. So teachers may model or demonstrate something and then have their students to complete corresponding activities afterwards. So this is kind of your form of traditional instruction. So an example is that a teacher first explains and models subtraction examples on the board, and then the students then follow his or her example by completing those practice problems on their own, or maybe they're talking about it with their friends and figuring it out. Another big one is scaffolding. So this is when teachers provide supports when a student is new to the material, and then later on those supports are removed. So a great way to think of this in the non-school setting is training wheels. So the training wheels act as those additional supports, but then of course later on, once you're more comfortable with riding a bike, those supports, the training wheels are removed. And an example of that in the context of school could be, your students are allowed to use notes on a test or on a quiz. And then later, once the students are more familiar with the material, by the end of the chapter, it's a closed note test. And in this example, the notes would be the support. And then, of course, last, which I mentioned before, is group work with peers. So students are allowed to bounce ideas off of each other by working with others to complete projects and assignments. So I kind of thought about, there was an engineering class in high school, and that class is so much group work because those projects are really hard to do just for one person all by themselves. So it's a great way to learn once you're working and collaborating with your peers to get those done. And then, so how does this impact our English language learners? So, utilizing strategies that involve the zone of proximal development can be invaluable to English language learners. And this is because, of course, like I said before, this theory is not to downplay what the English language learners can achieve and what they can do, but providing that little bit of support before the ELLs go on to do something on their own is really helpful in order to either motivate the student, break down the task into those more achievable goals, promote focus, distinguish between a student's work ethic and their end goals, and then clearly explain the expectations of a task. So there's lots of great impacts on English language learners. And again, it just highlights their potential and capabilities and it does not downplay their, what they can do and their potential. So next up, Sarah is going to lead us on our activity.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to number and count and value our numbers 1 to 20. So I want you to talk to your groups. When do you see numbers? Where in our everyday life do you see numbers? Do you see them in the grocery store? If so, where do you see them? Do you see them in the street? Where do you see them? And why do you think you see them? What do you think those numbers mean? Turn and talk to your table group.
Okay. Hi, JC. And in
Hi.
this mini teach, JC and I are the students. Okay, JC, where do you see numbers in your daily life?
So I see them at the grocery store, like the little price tags. I see the numbers on there. Another area where I see them is, I would say, probably like in a school setting, like on the teacher's doors or in the classroom, like on the boards and everything.
Okay, cool. I see them. I see numbers there too. Let's see. I also see them on license plates, I think, on our family car when we're driving around, there's numbers on there.
Mhm.
Let's see. I see them when I go to the toy store too, because, there's the price tags and you see them all over the place.
Yeah.
Great job. We're all going to come back together. I thought it was really interesting that we talked about all of the different places we all see them and we were able to agree, right? Give me a thumbs up
Yeah.
if you agreed with your classmate. Great job. So when we see numbers at the grocery store, who can raise their hand and tell me what do you think those numbers mean? The numbers that you see at the grocery store, what do they mean? JC.
I think they mean the prices of the item.
Awesome. And what does that word price, when we say the price, what does that really mean?
How much it costs.
How much or how many?
Hmm.
Good. What about when we see numbers on what's one we didn't think of? Our age. Our age is a number, right? What do
Hmm.
you think that means? What do you think that means, Elena?
I think it means how old we are.
How old we are. Great. So it's how many years we learn. So our numbers have meaning. They have
Hmm.
value. That's the word value. When we talk about how much something is, we're talking about its value. So when we talk about how much money we have, it's our value that's connected to it. Because one doesn't mean anything, and 100 doesn't really mean anything until you put a dollar sign there to give it its value. It's how much of something there is. Awesome. So when we look at our numbers, this is the number 1. What is this number?
One.
One.
Can you say it in a whisper voice?
One.
Awesome. This is the number 2. What's the number?
Two.
2.
2. What about this one?
Three.
3.
Four.
4.
Five.
5.
Six.
6.
Seven.
7.
Eight.
8.
Nine.
9.
10.
10.
Okay, awesome. And we'll stop right there, friends. Okay, awesome. We know our numbers. Let's talk about that word value. That word value. So when I show you a value, I'm showing you of how much of something. So in this case, we're talking about dots, our value of dots. How do you think I can find out how many dots there are? How can I figure this out? Well, I can look at it and count it. I know how to count. We just counted to 10. Let's see if we can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Watch how as I'm counting, my finger is touching every dot so I know which one I'm on and which ones I still have left to do. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I counted 16 dots. So that must mean the number on the other side of this card is 16. Let's check. Yay, we got it right. Okay, let's do another one. Again, I'm going through, I'm going to count, and I'm going to touch each one as I count. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I counted up to 10. So can someone raise their hand and tell me what number do you think is going to be on the other side of this card? Eliana.
10.
Let's see if she's right. Yay, she got it right. Great job. Okay. Now let's try to do this together. But first, I want you to talk to your table groups. How am I supposed to figure out how many this is? What can I do to find out how many dots are on this card?
Oh, JC, I'm not sure about this one. Do you have any ideas?
Um, I would say kind of like the way she showed us, counting along with the dots, keeping her finger over the dots so she knows how much she has left.
Ooh, that's a great idea. I think we should do that.
Hmm.
All right, friends, can someone put if you know what I should do to find out how many dots are on this card, can you put your hand on your head if you know? If you know how to do this and find how many dots are here, can you put your hand on your head? JC, awesome. How can I find out how many dots are there? Now, I'm not asking you to tell me how many there are because I know you're smart and you can do it. But I need you to tell me how. How do I do this?
So what I told my table partner was like how you demonstrated to us before was you counted the dots and you kept your finger over each dot. So that way you knew how many dots, like if you had any dots left at the end.
Awesome. Great job. That key word is to count them. We have to count them. And I love how you included that I touch every single one that I'm counting so I know which one I'm on and I don't get confused. Let's count this one together. Are you ready?
Mhm.
1,
One,
2,
two,
3,
three,
4,
four,
5,
five,
6,
six,
7.
seven.
So, can someone raise their hand and tell me, we counted up to 7. What number do you think is on the back? What number's on the back? JC,
7.
let's see if she's right. Yay, she got that right. Great job. Now, I know how smart you guys are. You guys have done such a great job at this. So, I'm going to give you a problem to work with your table group. I want your group to count how many dots there are and tell me what number you think is going to be on the back of this card and how you got the answer. Are you ready? If you understand what I'm asking you, I want you to wiggle your finger in the air. Wiggle your finger in the air if you understand. Yay! Go ahead and get started.
Okay, JC, let's see. Do you want to count? Do you want to start counting together?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's see. I see one,
1,
two,
2,
three,
3,
four,
4,
five,
5,
six,
6,
seven,
7,
eight,
8,
nine,
9,
10,
10,
11,
11,
12,
12,
13,
13,
14.
14.
Perfect. So you think that means there's four of the number on the back should be 14.
Yes.
Okay, me too.
When you're all done, can I see a hand on your cheek? When you're all done, I want to see a hand on the cheek. Awesome job. Thank you, friends. Okay. Can I have one person raise their hand and tell me what number did you and your table group come up with? How many are here? Eliana.
We came up with 14.
14. JC, how did you guys come up with 14?
We Eliana and I counted the dots together.
You counted them. Great job. Give yourself a big old pat on the back. Great job, friends. Okay, now I think you guys got this. I wonder, can you do it all by yourself? I want you to count the dots on this page, and then I want you to take your pencil and write down the your answer on your paper. When you are ready to go, all I want you to do is put your finger on your nose. That's going to tell me that you have your answer and you're all good for me to check. Ready, set, go. Yay, I see all my friends are ready to get started. Okay. JC, what number did you come up with?
17.
17. Okay, friends. Let's see if she got 17. If you got the number 17, I want you to wave your hand. Wave your hand for me if you also got the number 17. Yay. Okay, let's check to see if we're correct. Let's count together. Ready? 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9,
9,
10,
10,
11,
11,
12,
12,
13,
13,
14,
14,
14,
15,
15,
16,
16,
17.
17.
17. Yay, we got 17. Great job. Okay, now let's think about this. Where do we see this in our everyday? Okay, I'm gonna hold up some toys in my hand, and I need to figure out how many toys do I have. Okay, so let's say my friend gave me these toys, and I'm asking you, how many toys do you have in your hand? Okay, let's think about how are we going to solve this? Well, I remember in order to find out how much I have or the value of what I have, I need to count. Okay, so we're going to count and I'm going to place my finger on each object as I count it. Are we ready? Thumbs up if you're ready. Awesome. Let's count. 1, 2. I have 2 toys in my hand. How many toys did I have on my hand? Show me on your fingers. How many toys did I have on my hand? Great job, friends. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to place some toys right here on my counter. Okay, let's figure out how many toys I have. Now, when we have bigger numbers, we might have to move them in order to solve them. But we're going to try counting them to see if we can get how many we need. Thumbs up when you're ready. Great job. Okay. Let's count how many toys I have in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 toys. How many toys do I have? Show me on your fingers. Great job, friends. Okay, let's do this together now. All right, I have to find out how many toys I have in front of me. When would we see this? Okay, if my mom took me to the store and she said, you can pick out 6 toy, but only 6, I need to make sure I have enough toys. So let's check to see how many toys I have so far. Are you ready? Thumbs up when you're ready. Great job. Let's count together. Finger on our first object. 1, 2, 3.
3.
Show me on your fingers. How many did we count to? What number is that, JC?
3.
3. Great job. Give yourself a nice wave in the air and pat it on your back. Great job. Okay. Now, my mom said I can pick out 6, and this is only 3. So let's add another one to see how many I have now. Remember, we're going to keep counting until we get to 6. Ready? Count with me. 1,
One,
2,
two,
3,
three,
4.
4.
How many did I have, Eliana?
4.
4. Is 4 6?
No.
Is 4 6 the same thing? No. So let's add another one and see. Ready?
1,
One,
2,
two,
3,
three,
4,
4,
5.
5.
5. Oh, so close, but not there yet. Let's add one more and let's see. Ready? 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6.
How many do I have?
6.
And how many did I need?
6.
6. Great job, friends. Now, I need to find out how many toys are in front of me. JC, can you count and tell me how many toys I have in front of me?
1, 2.
So how many do I have?
2.
Great job. Okay. Eliana, how many toys are in front of me?
1, 2, 3, 4. So 4
How many
total.
toys is it? 4 toys. Good job. Okay. Now, on your paper, I want you to write your numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and draw the circles to show them. So if I wrote the number 1, how many circles should I have written next to it?
1.
1.
1. Great job. So I want you to do numbers 1 and 2 all by yourself. You're going to do 3 and 4 with your table partner. And then do 5 all by yourself after you're done. Ready? When you and your friends are done, we're putting our hands on our cheeks.
Okay, JC, I just did 1 and 2. Are you ready for 3 and 4?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. How many circles are you going to be drawing?
3.
3. Me too. 1, 2, 3. Is this what yours looks like so far?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, let me do 4. 1,
I'll
2,
do
3, 4.
2.
Okay, I think I have this right. Can I see what yours looks like?
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Can't see it.
Awesome. That's what mine looks like too. I got 4. Okay,
Yes, mine looks like that.
awesome. Now I'm ready to do 5 on my own.
Oh, me too.
Awesome. I see that all my friends are ready to go. I love how I heard counting to find out how many as you wrote them, you counted them. That was great. I love that I heard that. I heard as we got to 3, we went 1, 2, 3. That was amazing. Good job. All right. So we're starting with our number 1. Give me a thumbs up if you wrote 1 circle on your paper. Yay! Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, now starting with number 2. Give me jazz hands if you wrote this many circles. And how many is that, JC?
2.
2. And then 3. Did we get that?
Yes.
Yay! Okay, for this one, I want you to give me a round of applause. If your number 4 looks like this. Yay! And your 5 looked like this one.
Yes.
Awesome job. Okay, great job, friends. You did so good today. We know how to value our numbers 1 through 20. If I started on the number 7, what number would come after that? What number would come after 7? Eliana.
8.
And what comes after 8?
9.
9. Awesome job. Because no matter where we start, we know what the next number is. Great job.
Awesome. So that concludes our mini teach portion of the lesson. As you can see, Miss Sarah did a great job. She implemented both aspects of the strategy, which is, having the teacher present and provide that support, but then also allowing the students to be independent and work on their own and with their peers. So thank you so much.